Minister of National Security Stuart Young is clarifying that the relationship between Trinidad and Tobago and the U.S. remains strong. He made the statement in response to reports that the United States Embassy has commented on the recent trip to Trinidad and Tobago by Venezuelan Vice President Delcy Rodriguez. Minister Young was speaking in the Senate on Wednesday. Charlene Lewis reports.
Beware of the mischief of those set on creating confusion in the society. This was the view expressed by National Security Minister Stuart Young in response to a question about tensions between Trinidad and Tobago and the United States.
The mischief that is continuing by certain persons in Trinidad and Tobago, and starting with fuel supply, when that is explained, then talking about a plane and a manifest of a plane, and now this, I'd just like to put it on record that the United States continues to be one of our strongest allies. We continue to have open channels of communication with them.
As it pertains to the Venezuela and U.S. conflict, Minister Young assured that TNT remains a neutral observer.
This position was joined by CARICOM. This position was taken by CARICOM leaders, including our Prime Minister, to the United Nations. At the United Nations, it was the Secretary General who informed CARICOM and others that the United Nations recognizes the Maduro government. At this stage and at all stages, this administration has no horse in the race.
On April 1st, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, in confirming he had met with Rodriguez a few days earlier, denied the talks dealt with anything other than COVID-19. According to a newspaper report, the United States Embassy in Port-au-Spain said Venezuelan Vice President Delcy Rodriguez is subject to travel sanctions that are binding on all parties of the 73-year-old Rio Treaty. This implies that her trip to Trinidad and Tobago recently was a violation of the treaty. The Rio Treaty, otherwise known as the Inter-American Treaty or Reciprocal Assistance, is an agreement between countries in the Western Hemisphere as part of a mutual defense system. Charlene Lewis, TTT News.